Happy Independence Day. Y'all excuse my look. I had to mow down the hair and I am hot. I've had some medications that changed. I got put back on blood pressure medication. Apparently there's some things triggering the heart. We gonna pray that away. I want to say thank you to those of you who started checking on me and texting and everything. I felt like I needed to get in here and explain myself. Some of y'all noticed I went MIA and I was like, ooh, I probably need to say something. Thank you to those of you who reached out when y'all saw my little video for graduation and everything. I want you all to understand something and hear me good. It takes a lot for an adult with a family and a full-time job to go back to school. That accomplishment was not without struggle. I had to start it a few times. I've lost relatives. I'm gonna try to get through this without crying. Jesus. I've lost relatives as I've set out to accomplish certain goals. I said I wasn't gonna cry. And behind the scenes, I come on here and I try my best to help to encourage and empower other people. And nobody really knows what the other person is going through. So one of the biggest issues I've noticed I'm having is that people tend to judge my posture. Meaning, if it seems like I'm coming off as standoffish, meaning I have other things to do, meaning I'm not there, meaning I'm not showing up, meaning I'm not answering calls, people they automatically make things like that about themselves. Here's what happens when you make other people's posture about yourself. It makes it easier for them to cast you to the side. And here's why. Sometimes our posture is made up of a whole lot of trials and tribulations that we are trying to get through that have nothing to do with the next person. But because the next person makes it about them, all of a sudden it's easier for someone to cast you to the side because now you're adding to their plate. You don't have time to sit down and deal with everybody else's feelings and emotions when you're dealing with the people's feelings and emotions in your house. So let me give you a little bit of background about all of that. So I told myself at the first of the year, I'm going to start going to conferences. I'm going to start traveling. I've been to Springfield for a weekend. I've been to, my children and I stayed in Rosemont for a weekend. I'm supposed to go to Cincinnati at the end of the month. I've been to 3 conferences. These are things that I promised myself at the beginning of the year that I would start doing for myself. I've been to the Dreamers Worldwide Conference. I've been to Denim and Pearls. There's another one that is escaping me right now. But these were conferences where women were empowering each other. And I love networking. I bartended for over 20 years. Networking is in my blood. It is what it is. And I attend these with the hopes of meeting other people. I've grabbed a mentor in all of this. Didn't know this lady from a can of paint. She sought me out in the conference and sat and had a conversation with me. Oftentimes, that's how it goes. You all have to be open to being able to network in other areas and everything. I'm in a position right now where I'm looking at it like I need to excel in my career. And I actually put that out there in the atmosphere in a meeting that I'm looking to go further. I don't know where that'll get me by the end of the year, but I did it. God said move forward. God said do it boldly. I am trying to go forward boldly. But what happens when I put myself in a position of boldness is that oftentimes I don't have times for other things. That means that it's not about other people. It's about me. There have came weekends where I had to have people take me away because they're like, you need some time. In the midst of all of this, in the midst of me accomplishing this degree, in the midst of me trying to further my career, in the midst of me trying to be consistent with delivering content, my adult children came back home. My daughter left college. It's been a whirlwind. I am dealing with the emotions of 3 other women in my house. It's a lot. And to top it off, they're both unemployed right now. My paycheck didn't change just because their circumstances changed. Understand that. Because some of y'all got kids in y'all house and they think that y'all can afford it. It looked like it. My middle daughter had the nerve to tell me, you got it. No, what I got is an idea of how I can rob Peter to pay Paul. Sometimes they really don't understand. It looks good. I hate to say it, but God fixes it where I wear my situation very well, and it gets misconstrued oftentimes. And here's the thing with it being misconstrued. Ain't nobody calling to check on me. They calling because they need me. That is painful. And I am somebody who suffers in silence because in my mind, who the hell gonna help me? And at the end of the day, when you know nobody is checking for you, when you do go dormant, in your mind, you set up this thing as if there is no one. I grew up with the support of a home and being fed. I didn't grow up with the support of dreams and aspirations. These are things I created on my own as life went on. I just had to give this to my kids because they said, what happens when you on repeat and you're not learning your lesson and you keep making the same mistakes? This is the analogy I had to get them. You may feel as though a stop sign in a neighborhood does not need to be there. So you keep going through it. A cop pulls you over and takes your driver's license for flying through the ticket, for flying through the stop sign. They give you a ticket. You don't go to court. You don't pay the ticket. They pull you over again and realize you missed the court date and you got a ticket. This is what comes with a cost. And here's the thing. It comes at a cost because you didn't learn the first time you ran through the stop sign. So now you're out of a driver's license and you're up 2 tickets. It's going to cost you to get that driver's license back and you still owe them those 2 tickets. What happens when you don't learn the first time is mistakes become costly. I am 45 years old and just at 40 I was homeless. It took me 40 years to understand how much my mistakes were costing me. And between 40 and 45, that dash has so much information and knowledge packed in it at this point in my life that I don't have room for extra. So I've gotten to a point where I know, and some of you all may not understand this and some of y'all do, that sometimes in order to act in obedience, in order to be obedient to God, because I'm here on assignment, God has made it very clear. I'm in a struggle out of this world right now, and God is yelling at me and saying, I keep telling you, if you just do this one thing, everything else will work out. And I get stuck in the struggle saying, I'm not motivated. I don't have the willpower. I cannot do it. And I'm understanding at this point, God will leave me there until I do what he's instructed me to do because it's loud. Some of y'all say I can't hear the voice of God. Sometimes it's on repeat. You heard what he said the first time and you're ignoring it. I'm not ignoring it. I actually acknowledge it and then I don't even do it. Jesus, come on. So I want you all to understand something today. Accomplishments do not come without hard work. Stop judging people's posture. A lot of them are here on assignment, and it's going to take a whole lot of accomplishments for them to get to that assignment. It's not about you all. It's about that person. If you want to do that person a favor, stop judging their posture when they go dormant and just check on them. When I tell you all, I've been between the deaths, we had back-to-back deaths. Like, in my family. And these are not older people. These are younger people. And I'm not saying I'm looking for nobody to live here. My granny will be 88 and she's burying grandkids. Like, none of this is right to me. God has his own plan and I have to trust it in my whole body and spirit. And I'm trying. Oh, Jesus. That's not to say it's not hard. But when it gets to a point where you understand you have work to do in the earth, it does not help it when people start making your job and your assignment about them. If I need a break, I need a break. I think I got enough people in my circle to check on me and help me take that break. They're not showing up. So understand that I'm not talking to you all that have been. I promise I know who you are. Understand something. When people seem as if they are not themselves, just check on them. It is not going to hurt y'all. Don't come against them. You don't know what nobody going through in their home. This has been hell. Now, let me tell you how I went about solving this. This is how tired I got in my spirit. I took myself out of therapy. And there was a young lady at the office that my therapist is at. I told my therapist I need her to help my kids. Not you my therapist. That's a conflict of interest. That lady is young and she's in here getting her clinics done with these other people's kids. I need you to help my kids. I'm not even in therapy right now. My kids are being therapized right now. And so much has come out of them about their feelings and their emotions. And even the older ones, even though I'm looking at it like they lazy, they not looking for work, it is killing them on the inside that they can't contribute. I'm judging it from the outside because I'm mad. I'm mad that they not helping, not knowing that they looking at it like I'm not even supposed to be in this position right now. They've been judging their own position and I'm not knowing it. I've been judging their posture. I'm not coming at y'all strong and knowing I ain't been doing this myself. I'm in my own house doing this. Like, why y'all ain't doing this? Why? They've gotten to a point where they feel so down and out about themselves that they don't have it in them to move forward. I want you all to understand something. Stop judging people's posture and see what it is that you can do to help them to press forward. I know my assignment in the earth. I keep stopping because other people keep touching it. I didn't mean to come on here and get nobody down for the 4th. I pray you all are well. I pray you all have fun today. I'm in this office because I'm on assignment. And I got to get this done. My things in my body ain't right. I'm trying to fix it. And if I keep going in a whirlwind of being stressed about certain things, at the end of the day, most of us don't make it. And I'm seeing that with the younger people that are leaving here that's my age. So let's get it together. I tell you all the time to check on each other. Stop judging each other's posture. I was talking to a lady at a church, and there was a young lady that was mad at her, and she didn't know why. And she told her, well, you got to acting funny with me. And she said, how? She said, you was coming in here and you weren't speaking. You were going straight to the back. You were closing the door. And I couldn't help but to think. I knew what the woman was going through. The young lady didn't. She judged her posture by how she came. She never asked her, was she okay? Sometimes you just got to ask people, are you okay? And when they ask, I told y'all before, don't lie. Tell them no. Tell them, hell no, I'm not okay. It's okay to say that. And this probably why I'm emotional, because somebody called me and was like, you ain't right. And I told her, I'm not. Jesus. Again, I didn't come on here to ruin nobody's day. I want y'all to stop judging each other's posture and check on each other. I needed to get this video out while I was feeling it, because she didn't have to call and check on me. And for those of you who are enduring unexpected death, I want you to try to live in the best memories possible you have of that person. Because there are several people around me who lost people 2 and 3 years ago, and they can't come out their grief. Those people would not want you to live life that way. I want you all to try your best to try to live on, okay? I love you all. I promise when I come back, this will be a lot better. I got pictures and stuff of how things have gone the first 6 months, and I'm grateful for it. I had somebody, Tamitra Fluker, I love you. Tamitra told me this is your season. I'm going to act like it. I got some other things coming up this second half of the year, and I'm going to get myself together. Y'all pray for me as I pray for y'all. I love you all. Have a great day on purpose.